Welcome back to the channel, fellow adventurers, and welcome to the members of the Adventurers Guild and the members of the Explorers Club. All right, so we've got something in front of us that I'm really excited about. This is a Bob Terzoula knife. So for those who don't know, Bob Terzoula is basically the inventor of the tactical knife. He dubbed his style of knives as tactical knives. He was the first one who really made knives strictly for self-defense. And he is on the Mount Rushmore of knife designers, if there was a Mount Rushmore of knife designers. I personally like Bob Terzoula's designs, but I also like the fact that he is an Italian-American who was born in Brooklyn, New York. I am also an Italian-American who was born in Brooklyn, New York. So I identify with my fellow paisan. But now let's move on to what we have here. So in front of us, you see you've got the Terzoula name, the Terzoula dragon logo, and on the bottom it says Nunquam Secundum. So that's Latin, and that actually translates to second to none. So that's kind of their motto. And we'll take a look at what we have here. So we've got a pretty plain, it's not plain, but you've got just a white box with minimal branding on it. On the side, you've got the Terzoula.net. And on the back side of the box, it shows the handle material, black G10, Nitro V in black. So let's open her up. And on the back side, you do have your barcode and again, the information. So let's open this puppy up and take a look at what we have. Now, this knife, and the reason why I'm very excited about this knife is I love Bob Terzoula's designs, but they're usually very expensive. And if you want one of his true custom knives from his shop, they're usually on back order and extremely expensive. So out of the reach of most people. So they came out with this line. This is the Terzoula ATCF Lite. So this is modeled after the ATCF, but it's a little bit smaller version with lesser materials, but still a very good knife spec-wise. Now it's a little smaller than the ATCF. Now ATCF stands for Advanced Technology Center Combat Folder. So again, it's the Advanced Technology Combat Folding Knife. Now if you look at this right away, you've got, again, the Terzoula dragon right there. And the only other branding is on the clip. You've got the Terzoula name. So let's take a look at the handle. You've got that tactical look right there. You can see it right off the bat. You've got this textured G10, which is really cool. Captive pivot, obviously. You've got two ways to deploy this. You've got your flipper tab with some really nice jimping on top. And you've got your thumb deployment right there. And that shoots right out of there. You can easily use that thumb. It's not a thumb hole, but it's a thumb groove. And you can reverse flick it as well. So let's talk about the blade. It's a drop point style blade. And I like that. This might have been served a little bit better if it were a spear point, but I understand the drop point is a little bit more useful for EDC tasks, which is what this is really aimed at. Even though it's a tactical knife in name, it's going to work well as an EDC knife because of the size. And let's talk about that size. Overall length of the knife comes in at 6.63 inches, so it's not a giant knife. The blade is a Nitro V steel, coming in at 2.88 inches with a cutting edge of 2.80 inches. So it's not a giant knife. It's a knife that's going to be legal in most places, which is really nice. And you've got a blade thickness that comes in at 1.18 of an inch. So it's going to be very, very slicey. Again, the handle is black G10. The clip is reversible, I believe in order to do that though, you're going to have to take it apart so you could switch it. You could see there's a channel there on the back side so that way you could reverse it. So you use it lefty or righty. It's a liner lock with steel liners. Weight wise, it's only just slightly over 3 ounces. So it's not heavy at all. You've got some great jimping on top of the blade here. See if you can see that. Great place to put your thumb. It's about a 3-finger knife. It's not a full 4-finger, but you can add a lanyard. There's a spot for a lanyard right there. But look, I mean, it feels really comfortable in the hand, but my pinky does kind of get lost over the back side of it. And there's no place really to choke up. They did a good job with the plunge grind, which I see, which will really be good if as you have to sharpen it. You have nice access to the liner right here, which makes this easy to operate with one hand. No problem there. Sounds great on deployment. And again, operate one hand. You can get right in there with the thumb groove. Oh, I misfired that time, but there you go. Yeah, so excellent action on that. Now let's show you a size comparison. We'll put it up against a Benchmade bug out because everybody knows how big the bug out is. So if you look, it's smaller than the bug out. Blade length is just a little bit smaller, not that much, but the handle's shorter. Now we'll put it up against a Kaiser Nice Guy, and very, very comparable in size to the Nice Guy. Almost the same blade profile, So again, very comparable to it. Now these generally sell anywhere, I've seen them on different websites, between $52 on Chicago Knife Works all the way up to $80 on Blade HQ. I'm not Blade HQ, on Knife Center. So they're at different price points. I did order this from Chicago Knife Works, and like I said, it was only $51. Overall, the price couldn't be beat. Now, that clip is a deep carry clip, and it's going to be a tip-up carry, so that's kind of really cool. It is a flat grind, getting back to the blade, and you've got that black wash finish on there. So just a really nice knife. And again, it's Nitro V. That's written right there by my thumb. Let's see if you can see that. And that's really the only identifier on the blade. So even though you have the Terzoula name on the clip and you've got the dragon here, it's really kind of subdued and you don't really get any major billboarding. So clip is tight. I don't know if you can see that, but I think this will either have to be broken in slightly, but I think it's going to be real tough to get in and out of a pocket. I don't have anything here to demonstrate on it, but I can kind of feel it now. But with the way that ramps up, you should be able to get over either way, in and out. Just, it's going to be a little tight. So again, this is the Terzoula ATCF Lite, designed by Bob Terzoula. And I just really happy with this knife. That's what I got. All right, folks. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Obviously, this is a members video, so you don't have to subscribe because you already are, and I appreciate that very much. Eventually, this will become a public video after we have it up for a little while. So if you're watching it at that point and you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel. All right, folks. As I always say, until we meet again, keep your blade sharp.